It takes one click to start paying a company. It took Amazon customers 4 pages, 6 clicks, and 15 separate options to stop. That wasn't a mistake in the design. That was the design. And Amazon had a name for it internally, borrowed from an ancient Greek epic about a war that dragged on for 10 years. If getting out of a subscription has ever felt deliberately exhausting, that's because very often it was engineered to be. Every company that sells subscriptions faces the same tension. Signing you up should be frictionless. Getting you to leave should be anything but. The gap between how easy it is to start paying and how hard it is to stop is one of the most quietly profitable design choices in the modern economy. And it has a name. They're called dark patterns. Interfaces deliberately designed to trick, pressure, or exhaust you into doing something you didn't actually intend, like staying subscribed to something you meant to cancel. And once you learn to see them, you'll notice them absolutely everywhere. This isn't a fringe annoyance either. The FTC receives tens of thousands of complaints every year specifically about subscription traps and auto-renewal problems. And the average household quietly loses a couple $100s a year to subscriptions it no longer wants but hasn't managed to escape. That's not because people are careless. It's because leaving was deliberately made harder than staying. The clearest example became one of the biggest consumer protection cases in recent history. Regulators alleged that Amazon deliberately made canceling a Prime membership brutally difficult, while making sign-up effortless. It started before you even meant to subscribe. During checkout, a big, bright button offering free delivery with Prime would quietly enroll you in a recurring monthly charge, while the option to just check out without Prime was hidden in small, easy-to-miss text. Get someone in without them fully realizing, then make leaving a nightmare. Internally, employees reportedly called the cancellation process the Iliad Flow, named after Homer's epic poem about the 10-year Trojan War. That name was the joke. Leaving was supposed to feel like an odyssey. Here's how the Iliad Flow actually worked. You'd click End Membership, and instead of ending anything, you'd be sent through a gauntlet. 4 pages, 6 clicks, 15 options. At each step, you'd be offered a discount, reminded of everything you'd lose, asked if you were sure, and nudged back towards staying. Signing up took a single click. Leaving took a small expedition. And the whole sequence was designed so that at any point, a tired or busy person might just give up and stay subscribed, which for the company is the whole point. And here's the detail that proves it was intentional. According to the FTC's trial team, whenever Amazon made cancellation easier, Prime signups and retention dropped, so the company would roll the changes back. The friction wasn't a side effect, it was the product working as designed. Amazon eventually agreed to a settlement worth around $2.5 billion, including a $1 billion penalty and $1.5 billion in refunds to affected customers. Amazon neither admitted nor denied the allegations. Amazon is just the most famous case, not the only one. Once you know the playbook, you'll spot the same handful of tricks over and over. Regulators have actually catalogued them, and they have wonderfully honest names. The first is called the Roach Motel. Easy to get in, nearly impossible to get out. You check in with one click, and then, like the bug in the motel, you can't find your way back out. Any service where signing up takes seconds, but cancelling requires phone calls, chatbots, or a hunt through 5 menus is running a roach motel on you. The classic version forces you to switch channels entirely. You sign up online in seconds, But to cancel, you suddenly have to call a phone line that's only open during business hours, wait on hold, and talk your way past someone whose actual job is to talk you out of leaving. The second is confirm shaming. That's the guilt trip button. You go to cancel, and you're presented with two options: a big, friendly, keep my subscription, and a small, sad, no thanks, I don't want to save money, or no, I'd rather pay full price. The wording is engineered to make leaving feel stupid or irresponsible. That's not an accident of phrasing, it's a documented tactic. Then there's interface interference, where the important information is technically there, but deliberately buried. Small, grayed out, or placed where your eye won't go. Pre-checked boxes that opt you into things. Recurring charges disclosed in tiny font. The free trial that quietly converts to a paid plan, with the cancel by date hidden where you'll never see it. A close cousin is the deliberately confusing double negative, a checkbox that says something like, uncheck this box if you would prefer not to receive emails, phrased so tangledly that you genuinely can't tell what clicking it will do. That confusion isn't sloppy writing, it's the entire point. Notice the pattern underneath all of these. None of them lie to you outright. Everything is technically disclosed, technically optional, technically your choice. They just make the choice they want overwhelmingly easy, and the choice you want quietly difficult. That's the genius and the danger of a dark pattern. It manipulates you while staying just barely on the right side of a lie. And it works because it exploits how people actually behave. Studies suggest more than 40% of consumers have been charged for a free trial they simply forgot to cancel. Every extra step, every buried button, every guilt trip prompt is another chance you'll give up, get distracted, or run out of time, and pay for one more month. Multiply that across millions of subscribers, and friction becomes one of the most reliable revenue streams a company has. Regulators have tried to fight back, and this is where it gets genuinely interesting. The FTC created something nicknamed the click-to-cancel rule, built on a simple, powerful idea. Canceling should be as easy as signing up. If you can subscribe online in one click, you should be able to leave the same way. No phone calls, no retention gauntlets, no Iliad Flow. But here's the twist. In 2025, a federal appeals court struck that rule down, ruling that the FTC hadn't properly completed a required economic analysis before issuing it. So, the single clearest attempt to ban this behavior outright was stopped, at least for now, on a technicality. The agency is still pursuing individual companies, like it did with Amazon, but the simple universal rule that would have protected everyone got tangled in process. And this reveals the deeper imbalance. Fighting a dark pattern one company at a time through years of litigation is slow, expensive, and reactive. Designing a dark pattern takes an afternoon and a product meeting. The people building these interfaces can always move faster than the regulators trying to stop them, which is exactly why the burden of noticing and resisting keeps landing back on you. To be fair, not every friction is malicious. A confirmation step, so you don't cancel by accident, is reasonable. Asking why you're leaving can genuinely help a company improve. The line is crossed when the design stops trying to confirm your choice and starts trying to defeat it. When leaving is made harder, specifically because harder means more people give up. So the real lesson isn't just cancel your subscriptions. It's learning to recognize when an interface is quietly working against you. The guilt trip button, the buried link, the cancellation that suddenly requires a phone call you'd never have needed to sign up. None of those are accidents. They're all the same bet, made millions of times a day, that the effort of leaving will always feel like just a little more trouble than staying, and that on any given busy day, you'll choose to deal with it later. Later, of course, is another month of revenue. Subscribe to keep learning how the everyday choices in front of you are quietly designed, who they're really designed to serve, and how to notice the difference.